Hello and welcome to Study with RK. This is the another guest lecture session and myself Pooja Agrawat. Before starting the video, hope you all are taking regular updates of the previous videos. If not, the links are right there in the description box. Also, we have made two new videos regarding the current pandemic situation and its precautions. If you have not watched that also, the links are again right there in the description box. Please go through it. Now, today the session is going to be about menstrual cycle, tears from the uterus. Now, why tears from the uterus? That I will explain you at the last, because once I'll explain you what is menstrual cycle, you will get the idea that why actually I have written the tagline tears from uterus. So, let's get started. Let's begin with introduction. So you already know that woman's body goes through many changes throughout her life. There are many vulnerable and variety of changes, physiological, morphological or hormonal, which goes inside the body of the woman. One of those change which occurs every month is menstrual cycle. In a life cycle, a woman's body is vulnerable to a variety of changes. The cycle of these changes in woman every month is positively for pregnancy and is called menstrual cycle. Now, what happens during the menstrual cycle? So when an ovum is unfertilized, ovum is actually an egg. When it is unfertilized, the uterus lining shades and it leads to the hemorrhage, which is known as menstruation. In a girl, menstruation starts at the age of puberty, which is an average age of 10 to 15 years, and it is the beginning of the menarche. The ending of menstruation is known as menopause, which takes place after late 45s, which is average at the age of 50, you can say. Now, if the woman is residing in hot temperate or temperate conditions, then the age may vary. So it again depends on the habitat where the woman is living. So the first day of bleeding is marked as the first day of menstrual cycle, and period from one menstrual cycle to another can vary from 28 to 30 days. But here also we can say that average one cycle is of 28 days. Now, before moving forward, let me give you the conceptual idea of menstrual cycle. So what happens is, there is a time when ovum is released from the ovary, and you already know that there are pair of ovaries in every woman, which means there are two ovaries inside the body of the woman, right? So ovum is released from the ovary and it passes from the fallopian tube towards the uterus. Now, at the 14th day, which is the ovulation day, there are more chances of ovum to get fertilized. Now, what happens if the ovum get fertilized? If the ovum get fertilized, then there is the development of embryo. Embryo later on gets developed into fetus, and fetus get later developed into young baby. Ultimately, women gives birth to child. So it is a basically procedure of pregnancy, right? Now what happens if there is no fertilization of ovum? See, during the pregnancy, uterus gets prepared for the pregnancy. Now what is that preparation? So for the preparation, uterus develops an internal lining, which is an endometrial lining, which is basically for the support of uterus. So when female conceives a baby, or if there is an fertilization of the embryo, you know that the it goes to an weight of 1.5 kgs, 2 kgs, 3 kgs, sometimes up to 4.5 or 5 kgs also. So that much weight cannot be bared by uterus. So what it does, it develops an supportive lining, which is an endometrium lining, which gives support to the fetus and later on to the young one. Every month there is the development of the lining, endometrium lining inside the uterus. Now if there is no fertilization, there is no need of the uterine lining and there is the rule of our body that the things which are not necessary are being not made inside the body. All of the things which are inside human body are all the needful. Unnecessary things are removed out of the body. So every month there is removal of uterine lining, which is basically shedding off of the uterine lining, and that is referred to as menstrual cycle. So this was the whole concept. Now let us go through the theoretical idea. Before discussing the different phases of menstrual cycle, it is important to have a glimpse of reproductive system. There are certain organs which are included in the menstrual cycle. Which are they? There are pair of ovaries. As I said, there are two ovaries which stores and nourishes and also releases ova, which is actually an egg. Also uterus, as I said, or a womb, where implantation of fertilized egg takes place and the fetus or the young one is developed. Pair of fallopian tubes which connects the ovaries and the uterus. Now the count of the ovum in each ovary is decided and fixed before the birth of a girl. As she reaches the puberty, which is the age of 10 or 12 or say 14, hormones stimulate the development and release of one ovum per month, which means that every month there is only single ovum is being released from the ovary. This continues till menopause, that is, this continues till the age of late 45s or late 50s, and after that there is completely stop the menstrual cycle, which is referred to as menopause. Now structures which are involved in the menstrual cycle. These are the following structures which are included in the menstrual cycle, that is vagina, number 2 cervix, endometrium, ovary, fimbriae, fallopian tubes. As you can see, fallopian tubes are connecting ovary and uterus, and 7th one is womb or uterus. This is the most important and the basic figure which you should draw during your answer. Now there are various phases of menstrual cycle. The first phase, which is day 1, where the uterus lining which is prepared for the implantation. See, as I said that uterus regularly every month develops an endometrium lining, but there is no any fertilization has been occurred. So what happens? It gets shaded off. So day 1, uterus lining which is prepared for implantation starts to shade off, and this process, the shading of the lining of the uterus, continues for 3 to 5 days. So there is the bleeding of 3 to 5 days which occurs regularly. Next is follicular phase. What happens here is it starts from the 6th day immediately after the end of menstrual phase. Menstrual phase is from 1 to 5 days, and from 6th day follicular phase starts. A matured egg follicle is released from the ovaries, from one of the ovary actually. See, both the ovary does not release the egg, only one of the ovary will release one egg per month, as we discussed in the early slide also. So matured egg follicle is released from one of the ovaries, and also uterus starts preparation for another pregnancy. That is the starting phase of another cycle which will come in next month. Next is ovulatory phase, mid-cycle. This is the phase when ovulation takes place from day 13 to day 17th, and in particular if I say 14th day from the month is an ovulation day, where there are major chances of conceiving fertilization or conceiving baby. So end of the follicular phase along with ovulation period defines the fertilization period. As I said, it is the major and peak time when any woman can conceive baby. Luteal phase is the last phase, which is post-ovulation phase, and it occurs from the 18th day to 28th day of the month, and where the fate of corpus luteum is decided. Function of the corpus luteum is decided from here. Now what do you mean by corpus luteum? That also we will discuss in the next slide. If fertilization occurs, as I said, pregnancy will go on. If fertilization doesn't occur, then another menstrual cycle will get started. Okay, so in this figure, the whole of the process is explained. If you see first phase, which is menstrual phase, you can see there is the shedding off of endometrial lining. Now, where this endometrial lining is being developed, it is developed inside the uterus, which gets shedded off every month. Next is follicular phase. What was the follicular phase? Here development of egg inside the ovary was taking place. Next was ovulation, thickening of endometrium lining, also releasing of egg from the ovary was taken place over here. And next is finally eggs get released from the fallopian tube and it passes through fallopian tube inside the uterus, and we give it name as luteal phase. So in total there are 4 phases of menstrual cycle: menstrual phase, follicular phase, ovulation phase and luteal phase. Yes, this cycle will give you thorough idea about whole of the 28-day period. Fine, if you see 1 to 5 day is where uterus lining gets breakdown. From day 6 to day 10th, uterus lining thickens again, that is follicular phase. Next is ovulation, where ovulation will occur, as I said, in particular day 14th, right? The ovulation is on its peak point. And the last is uterus lining continues to get thicken and thicken, which is defined as luteal phase. If again there is no pregnancy, no fertilization, then again menstrual phase will start, menstrual cycle will start. And if the fertilization of the egg is occurred with the sperm, then the woman will get pregnant. So in short, follicular phase is a matured egg follicle is released from an egg from one of the ovaries, and also uterus starts the preparation for another pregnancy. Shortly, ovulation is mid-cycle phase, also the phase in which ovulation takes place, which is during day 13 to 17th. We can say 14th in a particular average day, where ovulation is at its peak. End of the follicular phase along with ovulation period, and it is also defined as fertilization period because there are more chances where women can conceive pregnancy. And last, menstruation, the periods, the shedding of the uterine lining, where levels of estrogen and progesterone hormones are very much low. Now there are several hormones which are included in the complete phase. As you know that none of the activity is being taken place without the help of hormones. Also, I would like to say that the master gland, which is pituitary gland, regulates and triggers all of the hormones. So the chemical messengers in our body are called hormones, and which are released by endocrine glands and are responsible for many changes in a human body. Menstruation is again a slave to certain hormones. Without the help of hormones, menstruation cycle is not possible. So hormones play major triggering role over here. It is very much important as bullets for gun. Without gun, bullets are not such valuable, and without bullets, gun is also not such valuable. So both are important. Similarly, hormones and menstrual cycle both are important. Without hormones, menstrual cycle is not triggered. So every phase of menstrual cycle is influenced by female hormones, namely estrogen, progesterone, follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone, which is LH. The variation in the level of each of these hormones decides the phase which a girl undergoes. Now here the level of hormone releasing is also different from every woman to every girl. Okay, there is not a particular criteria of releasing the hormones. So it again depends on the physiology and the morphology of woman, how much hormones are released and what will be the average period of the cycle. Everything depends on hormone releasing, which is again different in every girl or every woman. Now, as I said, I'll explain you what is corpus luteum and how it functions. So here is corpus luteum. Actually, corpus luteum is a mass of cells mass of cells which are combined together and it is formed inside the ovary. It is responsible for the production of hormone progesterone during early pregnancy. So what happens if there is no pregnancy or no fertilization? The role of corpus luteum completely changes and it functions in some another different way. If there is a pregnancy, then it is important for releasing of hormone progesterone. So this is all about corpus luteum. Now let's get summary of all the things which we studied. The menstrual cycle starts from the first day of the period and ends when the next period begins. Hormone signals are important over here which are sent back and forth to ovaries with the help of brain. The first part of the cycle prepares an egg to get released from the ovary and builds the lining of uterus. The second part of the cycle, the uterus and the body gets accepted fertilized egg, and if there is no pregnancy, then there is beginning of another menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle is not just an period, but it is the phase where uterine lining is being shaded off, and menstrual cycle starts with the first day of period, ends at the next day of period, and the average cycle lasts between 24 to 38 days, but here we will take average 28 days as per the habitat of our Asia or India. It is humid and arid and temperate zone, so there is an average of 28-day cycle, but the length may vary from cycle to cycle. Also it changes from years to years, and also the cycle length changes between menarche. What is menarche? It is actually a starting phase of menstrual, we can say, during puberty. So during puberty, when there is the first time menstruation when starts, it is known as menarche. Also I explained you menopause, which is completion or stopping permanently of periods which occurs lately at late 45s or 50s. So this was all about menstruation. You already know that menstruation is not a problem. If there is no menstruation, then there is a problem. Hope you have enjoyed it, got the conceptual and basic idea. If yes, do like, share and subscribe. Also stay tuned for more updates.